Hi everyone. In today's class we will discuss about physical properties of alcohols and phenols. Right? Physical properties we have discussed earlier also in haloalkanes and haloarenes. So when we talk about physical properties of organic compounds, we will be discussing about their physical state, their solubility, their boiling point, their physiological action, all these things. Right? So just notice the similarities that we have discussed earlier, because we will be talking about physical properties of other organic compounds also, like ethers, carboxylic acids, aldehydes and ketones, amines, right? The future chapters that we'll be doing. So just notice the similarity in physical properties so that it would be easy for you to understand other organic compounds as well. Right? So when we talk about physical properties, the first thing we talk about is physical state. Right? Physical state, lower alcohols at room temperature, if we talk about lower alcohols like methanol, right, and ethanol, these are liquids at room temperature. We know that ethanol, which is used for normally for drinking purpose, is a liquid at room temperature. Similarly ethanol, but your methanol is dangerous. If you drink methanol, it can cause blindness, and if you take it in excess, it can cause death. Similarly, ethanol is used for drinking purpose, but again, because it has an intoxicating effect, it affects your brain. But again, if you take it in excess, it may affect your internal organs. Right? Now, if we talk about higher alcohols like pentanol, hexanol, right? All these are, and these alcohols, lower alcohols, they have burning taste, right? We know that normally alcohol has burning taste, right? It doesn't have a sweet taste, it has a burning taste, and it has a distinct smell as well, right? But higher alcohols, they are odorless and they are waxy solids. Higher alcohols are waxy solids and they are odorless, remember, right? Similarly, if we talk about phenols, phenols lower phenols are colorless liquids, right? And if you leave phenols in air, they will turn brown due to atmospheric oxidation. Right? Just remember, phenols, they are colorless liquids, right? And if you leave them in air, right, if you leave these phenols in air, they turn brown, right? Why? Due to atmospheric oxidation. And they are colorless liquids or solids. Higher ones are solids. Just remember this, we'll be doing this in detail. Oxidation of phenols, they turn brown, and then due to atmospheric oxygen, right? If you allow a phenol to stand in air, they will turn brown, right, due to atmospheric oxidation. Now let's talk about another important property, which is boiling point, right? Boiling point of alcohols and phenols, right? So normally the boiling points of alcohols and phenols, we say, is higher compared to the hydrocarbons or alkyl halides, right, of comparable molecular mass. So boiling point of alcohols is higher or greater than the boiling points of corresponding hydrocarbons and your alkyl halides, right? Like for example C2H6 or C2H5Cl, right? And here you have C2H5OH. If you compare the boiling points of these three, boiling point of alcohol would be highest, right? Similarly, if we talk about phenols, the boiling point of phenols would be higher than the boiling point of your aryl halides like C6H5Cl, or boiling point of benzene C6H6. Now we need to understand the reason why boiling points of alcohols and phenols is higher than the hydrocarbons and alkyl halides or aryl halides. Right? Now let's boiling point. When we talk about boiling point, when we say higher boiling point, what do you mean? We need to heat these molecules more, right? We have to supply alcohols and phenols more energy in order to boil compared to the hydrocarbons. Since we have to supply more energy, we need to look at the reason why we need to supply we need to supply more energy to alcohols and phenols molecule, right? To boil them. Now, in order to understand why we need to supply more energy, we need to look at the molecular level, right? How the molecules of phenols and alcohols behave differently compared to hydrocarbons, right? And benzene in case of phenols. So let's look at the molecular level. Let's look at the molecule of alcohol, right? This is how it looks like, right? This is the molecule of alcohol. Now, we know one important thing. We will be using the concept of hydrogen bonding here. Hydrogen bonding is like it is present in water, right? It is present in ammonia, right? And if you remember from chemical bonding, the condition for hydrogen bond to exist is that hydrogen atom should be connected to a highly electronegative element. Similarly, hydrogen atom is connected to highly electronegative element in both these cases. So when hydrogen atom in a compound is linked to a highly electronegative element like oxygen or nitrogen, then it can form hydrogen bonding among different molecules, right? For example, if you look at this, it can form hydrogen bonding like this with other molecule, like this with other molecule of water, right? This dashed line represents hydrogen bonding. So let's look if we have anything similar here, due to which the molecules, right, are interacting with one another, or the molecules are joined to one another, due to which we have to give them extra energy in order to boil them, right? You have hydrogen attached to a highly electronegative element oxygen, right? So which is a favorable condition for hydrogen bonding to exist, right? So in solution, in alcohol, different molecules of alcohols, right, have hydrogen bonding, right? This is one molecule of hydrogen bonding, this is another molecule of hydrogen bonding. So these two molecules are linked via hydrogen bond, right, between highly electronegative element of one atom and hydrogen atom of another molecule. Highly electronegative atom of one molecule and hydrogen atom of another molecule. You have a hydrogen bond. Similarly, it's like this. You have hydrogen bond, right? And this molecule is associated to this molecule via hydrogen bonding, right? And why we have hydrogen bonding? Because hydrogen bond can exist between highly electronegative element and hydrogen atom, right? So these molecules are kind of, we say these molecules are associated, right? And this type of hydrogen bonding, where hydrogen bonding exists between different molecules, right, is known as intermolecular hydrogen bonding, right? So these molecules are associated to one another via intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding, right? So due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, since their molecules are associated, right, and this intermolecular hydrogen bonding does not exist between hydrocarbon molecules. For example, if we talk about methane molecule, methane has hydrogen but it does not have any highly electronegative atom like hydrogen oxygen, right? So there is no hydrogen bonding in methane molecule, right, which is a hydrocarbon. But in methanol, if we replace this hydrogen atom with methanol, like this OH group, if you replace one hydrogen atom with OH group, Now this has become alcohol. Now its boiling point would be higher. Why? Because now we have this oxygen atom. It can form hydrogen bonding with another molecule of methanol like this, right? And it can further make hydrogen bonding with another molecule of methanol, right? So what you have is hydrogen bonding between methanol molecules, which was not present in your alcohol, your hydrocarbon molecule, right? Similarly, if we take alkyl halide, in alkyl halide also there is no such condition for hydrogen bonding. So no hydrogen bonding in alkyl halide. Hydrogen bonding exists only in alcohols, due to which they are associated, right? Due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, right? So you have to give them, since they are associated, so in order to boil them, right? In order to separate them, you have to give them extra energy, right? Due to this extra interaction, right, between molecules of alcohols, which does not exist, this extra interaction does not exist between hydrocarbons and alkyl halides. You have to give them extra energy. Extra energy is needed to separate these molecules of alcohols, right, which will result into high boiling point, right? On the same lines, you have oxygen, phenol, right? Phenol have OH, right? It can form hydrogen bonding with other molecule of phenol, right? Similarly, this can form hydrogen bonding with other molecule of phenol. Same as alcohol, phenols also have hydrogen bonding, which does not exist in benzene or benzyl chloride, or benzene or chlorobenzene, I'm sorry. Chlorobenzene is like this. In this or in this. In both these, you don't have condition wherein a hydrogen atom is linked to highly electronegative atom, oxygen or nitrogen. No such condition. But it exists here and here. So you have intermolecular hydrogen bonding in phenol molecules also, due to which the molecules of phenols are associated. So you need to give them extra energy in order to separate these molecules or boil them. That is why their boiling point is higher compared to corresponding hydrocarbons and alkyl halides. Right? Now let's compare the boiling point of primary 1 degree, secondary 2 degree and tertiary 3 degree alcohols. Right? Let's take example in order to understand this. Let's take example of butanol. Right? CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2OH. Right? This is N-butanol. Right? Now let's branch it. When we say secondary, that means this is primary because this carbon is directly connected to only one carbon atom. Right? Right, now if we talk about secondary, so CH3, right? You have CH3 whole twice, and you have CH, CH2OH, right? Then you have CH3 whole thrice, then you have COH. This is your 3 degree tertiary, this is your 2 degree primary, this is your 1 degree. Now among these three, we say that boiling point of primary alcohols is maximum compared to secondary and tertiary. In case of tertiary, where you have maximum branching, the boiling point is minimum. Right? What is the reason behind this? Right? In order to understand the reason on this, what we say is that as I am increasing the branching, right here, it's like this. right? This is how it looks like, 2 degree alcohol, and your 3 degree alcohol is like this. If I expand this formula only, right, and this is your straight chain, right? Boiling point for this is maximum, we say. Why? If you look at this, as I'm increasing the branching, like here you have 2 branches, right, and here you have 3 branches, right, 3 degree alcohols. And as you increase the branching, one thing here, this alcohol molecules have maximum area, it has maximum surface area. Since it has maximum surface area, so it can interact with more molecules around it because it has more area. If you compare this, the area of this molecule, because branching has increased, when branching will increase, the area will decrease. When area will decrease, now it can interact with less molecules, less neighboring molecules, right? Similarly, if we go to tertiary, here branching is maximum, so area is minimum. When you have minimum area, now this molecule, since it has minimum area, it can interact with minimum neighboring molecules, due to which, since it can interact with minimum neighboring molecules, so its boiling point would be minimum, because it can interact on this. If you look at on this lines on hydrogen bonding, since it can interact with minimum neighboring molecules, so it can form minimum hydrogen bonds, right, due to which less molecules are associated, so their boiling points, since less molecules are associated, so you need to give them less energy in order to separate them, right? So that is why their boiling point is minimum. So we say that as the branching increases, the surface area decreases and there is less interaction of the molecule with neighboring molecules, right, and their boiling point hence decreases, right? So we say that as branching increases, your area decreases, right, due to which interaction with neighboring molecules decreases. Interaction with neighboring molecules decreases, right? When interaction with neighboring molecule decreases, that means less hydrogen bonding. So less hydrogen bonding means less energy that you need to give them to separate from one another. So less energy means less boiling point, right? I hope this is clear. Now if we talk about benzene molecule, or if we talk about the, let's talk about now solubility, right? Let's talk about solubility. Let me just rub this off. You can take this down, and this is important: primary, secondary, tertiary, comparison and the reason. Right, now let's talk about solubility. Right, solubility of alcohols and phenols. So let's talk about solubility. Solubility, as we have studied normally, we have studied in physical chemistry, that solubility is when you dissolve any solute in solvent. If solute can interact with solvent, then it would be soluble. If solute cannot interact with solvent, then it would not be soluble. So when we say that alcohols and phenols are soluble, that means those alcohols and phenols that are soluble, they can interact with the solvent well, right? And others that are not soluble in water, they cannot interact with water, with the solvent, right? Just understand this basic concept before we deep dive into it. So solubility of alcohols that are not soluble, right, would be possibly due to, because they are unable to interact. Now why they are unable to interact and why some molecules are able to interact, we need to find that, right? If we talk about any alcohol, this is R, this is the general formula of alcohol, right? Understand one thing, that here you have this ROH, and if you remember the structure, this is negative, this is positive, and this is your alkyl part. This is your alkyl part, right? So when you talk about dissolubility in water, right, it has this alcohol has two parts. This alkyl part is hydrophobic. This is hydrophobic. Hydrophobic, hydro stands for water, phobic is hating. So this R part is water hating, right? This is water hating, right? So it does not like to interact with water. No interaction with water. Whereas if we talk about this part is your hydrophilic part. Hydrophilic. Hydro means water, philic means loving, right? So this is water loving, right? That means it interacts with water well. Interacts with water, right? Now when we say that, and one more thing, that as you move on, right, that is methanol, ethanol, propanol, butanol, octanol, hexanol, right, this R part will keep on increasing, right? As you move to higher alcohols, this R part will keep on increasing. This will remain as it is. So when this R part will increase, this is water hating part. It does not like to interact with water, right? So when the alcohols that are not soluble in water, it is because their alkyl part, the R part, has dominated, right? So those alcohols, due to bigger alkyl groups, are unable to interact with water because it is because this is hydrophobic part. It does not interact with water, right? So higher alcohols are insoluble because of this bigger alkyl group, right, which is non-soluble in water. And alcohols that are soluble in water, like methanol, ethanol, lower alcohols, there this R part, alkyl part, plays less effect, right? So due to this hydrophilic part, right, since it has charges, right, and we know that water also has charges, right, like this, you have oxygen, right? Since they have charges, so they can interact, right? So due to this part, lower alcohols are soluble in water. But as you move higher, this R part will increase, due to which their solubility will go down, right? This is one thing. The other thing to it is why they are soluble, right? Why they are soluble? Let's look at that. If you look at this ROH, this is the molecule of alcohol, right? Like I said in the beginning, that anything which is soluble in water, if something is soluble in water, it is because it can interact with water, right? And we said that it can interact with water due to this OH part, right? And OH part, like we studied before this entire explanation, that you have hydrogen bonded to more electronegative element, oxygen, so it can form hydrogen bonding. Similarly, in water also we have hydrogen bonding, and we have hydrogen bonding in alcohols based on this explanation. So when you dissolve alcohol in water, alcohol can form hydrogen bonding with water, due to which it is soluble in water. So let's see at the hydrogen bonding part, like this. Right? And this can form hydrogen bonding with hydrogen atom. This is alcohol molecule. It can form hydrogen bonding. Oxygen of alcohol can form hydrogen bonding with hydrogen of water, like this, right? So you have hydrogen bonding existing between molecules of alcohols and water, due to which alcohol is soluble in water, right? Alcohol is soluble in water. But as this R part will increase in case of higher alcohols, as this will keep increasing, this OH would not be able to form hydrogen bonding with other water molecules, right? Due to which their solubility then will go down, right? So basically, due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, right? This is also between molecules. So this is due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding alcohols are soluble in water. I hope this is clear. Right? Now let's talk about solubility of phenols. Now let's do one more thing. Let's look at it on the basis of surface area, the branching part. Right? The branching part CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2OH. Right? Similarly, you have CH3 whole twice. You have CH2OH, 2 degree. Then you have CH3 whole thrice. Right? COH. This is your tertiary. Right? So area. If we talk about the solubility of primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol, the solubility of primary. Right? The solubility. How does branching? The basic thing is how does branching affect the solubility? Right? So solubility increases with branching. Right? The solubility increases with branching. Boiling point used to decrease with branching, but solubility will increase with branching. The reason is, in case of tertiary alcohol, the area is minimum. Like this. If we talk about this, here area is maximum. Right? Now this alkyl part has taken more area in case of primary alcohols. Right? Whereas if you look at this, as you are moving towards tertiary, right, what is basically happening is your area is decreasing. Right? Your area is decreasing. So here the area is minimum, here the area is maximum. Right? And this area is becoming, area is due to alkyl part, and we said here that alkyl part is water heating. Right? It is water heating. So when it takes maximum area, that alcohol is less soluble. When it takes minimum area, that alcohol is more soluble. Right? So here this has maximum solubility because this has less area. Right? That means, as we said here, that as the alkyl part, the area of alkyl part becomes bigger. Right? As the alkyl part becomes bigger, its solubility will decrease. Right? So here the area is minimum for alkyl part due to branching. Right? Because as we know that as the branching increases, the area will decrease. Right? So since area is minimum here of the alkyl hydrophobic part, so solubility would be maximum. Right? So solubility increases with branching. Right? So we say that solubility increases with branching. Right? Due to less area, due to less surface area of alkyl part. Right? Alkyl part, which is water heating. I hope this explanation is clear to you. Right? Now, if we talk about phenols, right? If we talk about phenols, phenol has a bigger benzene ring. Right? Just remember this, that since phenol has a bigger ring, so phenols are less soluble compared to alcohols. Right? Solubility of phenols is less. So solubility, if you talk about phenols, their solubility is less compared to alcohols, aliphatic alcohols. Why? Because of bigger benzene ring. Benzene ring is bigger, right, compared to alkyl part of aliphatic alcohol. So due to this bigger ring, which is your alkyl part, which is hydrophobic part, the solubility of alcohols is less than, solubility of phenols is less than alcohols. Right? I hope this is clear. Right? So just remember that solubility, if you compare the solubility of phenols and alcohols, solubility of phenols would be less because of the bigger hydrophobic alkyl part. Right? And it has physiological effect that we have already discussed of alcohols. I hope this is clear. Thanks.